Hello, love. Welcome to Transmission Tuesdays here on the Libran Key. These are messages of a cosmic or galactic nature for the highest and the greatest good of the ELSH collective, empaths, lightworkers, starseeds, and healers, awakened and awakening souls. Know that if this message has found you, and or if you have found it, that there is something here for you. That is always the intention that I put into these messages. If you're here, family, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Sending you so much love wherever you are. And if you are seeing this video for the first time, a very warm and loving welcome to you, aligning to the highest and greatest truth and clarity of these messages. There is a very fierce energy coming in for this Transmission Tuesday's message. And it is connected to the consciousness of Serpens or Serpens, the constellation of the serpent, and Ophiuchus or Ophiuchus, as we say in Greek. They are bringing in, this is the first time, first and foremost, I just want a full-on disclaimer here. This is the first transmission type of message from this consciousness or energy. They really are emphasizing, for some reason, right even here from the beginning, the get-go, archetypal wisdom, archetypal knowledge connected to divine wisdom and divine knowledge. They're also showing me the tree of life. They're showing me the serpent as interpreted on the tree of knowledge. But they're showing me the tree of knowledge and the tree of life as being pretty much the same thing, like two versions of the same thing. There's also an energy here of the surrounding kind of, this is really, they're tying it into astrology here. Because if I'm not mistaken, in this whole area, I have to take a look at my little star globe here for a second. I'm getting Scorpio energy. I'm also getting Libra energy. Sagittarius energy. This is an energy within astrology and within charts in astrology when we're looking at the houses that Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius rule. They are related to the other. This is when we start to interact with others and learn through relationships. Direct relationship is what they're showing me, personal, because they're showing me Ophiuchus was the serpent bearer. Very much connected to, there's an energy here with Ophiuchus that feels very much like a wounded healer kind of energy, interestingly enough. And how there is a relationship between the serpent bearer, which is what Ophiuchus is, Ophiuchus. Oh yeah, okay, that's, yeah, and the snake. And the snake. Okay. I don't know if I said this, but they're also showing me the death card. They're giving me the number 13. They're also giving me ego death and the snake shedding its skin. That's it. And they just want me to get right to it. There is a fierceness in this message. I want to go back to what I said at the beginning. There's a very divine feminine fierceness that wants to come through this particular transmission. The divine feminine energy is always associated historically, very much, especially when we look at, I'm getting the word the disruption of the feminine in Europe and in the westernized world, where we have depictions, and now we've got sort of like a dragon energy coming in for this as well, of dragons throughout history that are being slain, always painted in a certain light. And I use that word cheekily. But that's what they're giving me. This energy of it being always associated with darkness in the evil way, in the condemned way. 444 on the timer as I say that, which is absolutely fascinating. Because they're tying this into the number 12. and cycles, and the 13 being representative of the divine feminine, almost like a lost cycle or a lost energy. Okay. And they want me to really emphasize here the Greek. Okay, so the word archetype is a Greek derived word because it comes from archi, which can mean many different things in Greek, oh my God, depending on, well, it means many different things in general, how it's been interpreted, and how we take that, right? But essentially, they're pointing me to the word principle here. So one of the definitions of archi in Greek is principle, like a value, a principle. Archi also means beginning, right? And first, right? So another way that we kind of can look at this is the word prototype, because that's also a Greek derived word, is what they're showing me. Prototypo, proto meaning the first, typo meaning type, okay? Or form is how they're giving it to me. So archetype, prototype, right? They want to bring through the archetype in every sense of the meaning of this word, of the divine feminine. They're showing me an energy here of the void again, and it's actually connected very much. Okay, they're showing me, okay. They're showing it to me in terms of how, so what they want to do is have me describe the energy as I understand it and how it has presented itself to me, very much with regard to cosmic space, like just seeing space, and a connection to water as the prima materia in alchemy. And I'm going to end it there. They just want me to get into popping these cards. I'm working with the energy here of Serpentine, fitting for this particular message, and Apophyllite. What's really interesting with these two energies, they almost seem like they're showing me, they almost seem counterintuitive. But what they're pointing me to in this combination is there's a primordial energy with the Serpentine and a higher consciousness that comes in with the Apophyllite, but Apophyllite also has a high water content. So this is almost like the cosmic consciousness of this divine feminine energy connected to Mother Earth, because they're also really bringing that through with regard to this color and the energy of the earth connected to the color green. And interestingly enough, what they're pointing out here are green leaves on a tree and the heart chakra connected to green and that color green. But they're also showing me the heart rooted with this energy. The heart rooted, and how there is an incredibly divine feminine. It's interesting because the heart, they're showing me our column of light and energy meeting the heart space, and how this is where union happens, because they're showing me that the heart consciousness, this is a heart consciousness that is inherently connected to the divine feminine. And it's a fierceness of love and protection. That's what's coming through. Like, this is interesting because they're tying it in to it's really, I don't even know how to describe. It's kind of like a mama bear energy, but it is very conscious. It's not just this, reactive energy, or how at least it can be interpreted as such. This is an energy that's very solid, very on point, very purposefully protecting energy. Okay, so what they're really, oh, okay. So this is an energy of protecting what is holy, protecting what is pure, protecting what is in the highest and greatest truth, source truth, God truth. This is going in a whole other direction. I'm hearing the word purveyor. I'm hearing purveyors of light. They're showing me energies, these very warrior-like, very like, and they all feel feminine, protecting the light is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like images of like the grand central sun. So that's really what it is. It feels like we're protecting some kind of portal energy, columns of light. So they're showing me like macro to the microcosmic here on Earth in this protective energy. So essentially what they're getting at here is this energy of protecting our light. And where, okay, the big question here being, where are we purveying that light? Because there are people who are taking advantage of it. Let's just put it that way, or fucking around with it, or trying to like fuck around with it. They're giving me a more negative polarity here, trickster energy of fucking around, where people come crying to you saying they need help, but it's not true. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I'm gonna get going with this. They want me to start moving on it. Moonology. Haven't asked with this dead, I don't even know how long. And the Starcodes Astro Oracle, I will not be popping any tarot. They didn't want that. It's like they're getting to the point. South Node, don't let your past hold you back. Okay, so part of this has to do with either, they're really pointing me to the dynamic of how we're raised and past incarnations, right? Of feeling guilty if you don't help someone when they're asking for help or in need of help, okay? I want to preface this entire message, and they're absolutely, yeah, this is essentially what they're bringing through. This is with regard to people who are siphoning or attempting to siphon energy from you, okay? This is not when someone truly needs assistance or support. Okay, we got that out of the way? My God, their energy is like, if that's coming through me, that's because it's exactly what they're like, okay? They're like, this is no BS, 1313 on the counter as I say that. A time to give rather than take. Yeah, a time to give rather than take. This is the kind of energy that they want to address. The imbalance of this. You see how this card is green? Right? Again, the Serpentine heart energy. This almost feels like it's very, it kind of feels almost like a Feeling Fridays message. Like it's very much geared towards empaths, very much geared towards empath guilt. And this idea of like, I'm only a good person if I help every single person that wants or needs or requests or is demanding assistance from me. Like they're not playing at all here. They're not playing at all here. They want me to keep on shuffling. Okay. It came out again. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. We have that coming up, right? It's interesting because for them to pick the Moonology deck, I felt it, like right at the beginning, they're going to want to tie this into some moon cycle coming up for sure. When is this new moon in Leo? Let's double check. It is August 4th. Okay, so they're pointing here, because we do have this death card image that they're bringing through here, they're pointing to cycles ending here and wanting to assist in that. These are both new moon energies. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. That came through the last message. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Okay, disseminating moon. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of crone and new energy coming through here. What's really interesting is this Virgo, Leo, like Virgo and Leo back off of each other. It's Leo and then Virgo, right? In terms of the wheel of the zodiac, but they're showing me this being flipped in terms of what we experience first in this kind of a time to give rather than take, and confidence being your key to success is the successor literally of that. So we go through these experiences. This is just simply a nod to what you have experienced up until now in relationships as lessons for you, and opportunities, especially, is what they're saying here, for you to step into your power, to say no, not here, not in this house. I can't remember, there was a woman who was, I think, some actress that I came across, I think, who said that, like in terms of energy and people up in the space, 1616 on the counter as I say that. Not in this house. Okay, they want me to emphasize here the importance of consent, and making a declaration to spirit, to source, to the universe, to your higher self, to you. A declaration of, I do not consent to the following. I do not consent to my energy being manipulated or hijacked. I do not consent to my energy being siphoned in any way. This is going to put you on a path of stepping more into your sovereignty, your power, and your freedom. And it all starts with making this declaration. Say it every day, is what they're showing me. Create a kind of meditation or prayer, some kind of practice where you are legit saying it every day, morning, noon, and night is what they're showing me. Eagle spirit is coming in now too for that. Okay, so this is interesting. They're connecting this eagle spirit to Scorpio energy. And the snake, this is, okay, so in astrology, there is symbolism connected to the Scorpio with regard to the snake transforming into the eagle, and the eagle-snake relationship. Check that out. That's a whole other thing that would take too long for me to speak of here in this particular message. Do that on your own accord is what they're showing me, and see if it pings for you, okay? The transforming, the transmutation essentially of snake into eagle into phoenix. Scorpio being the sign of transformation, and quintessentially the dark night of the soul. So all the things we've been through that we have experienced in negative polarity, how that gets flipped. And that's not to call the snake bad or the eagle bad in comparison to the phoenix is what they're saying. They're showing this to me as like a cycle of life and growth. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Take time to breathe out. Choose you. That's all they're saying with that. Choose you. Disseminating moon. Make yourself a priority. Choose yourself first. Conjunction, alliance. I love this. I love this as I cut the deck. This is beautiful. 51, that reduces to a 6. This is about finding soul family again. This message has been coming up. It came up last time in the last message. Something here connected to this new moon in Leo. The new moon in Leo, I can't remember if that came through a couple messages ago. It may have, with regard to the Leo energy being connected to the inner child, to your heart, to your truth as an individual, what you're here to do, what resonates for you, what pings for you energetically, and leaving the rest behind. You don't have to be everything to everybody. That's what they're saying right now. You don't need to be everything to everybody. Empath. Okay, I'm speaking specifically to empaths here, okay? Just like I said earlier. Interesting. Pallas Athena, think, with 30. They're showing me with Pallas Athena coming through here, this is connected to the energy of Virgo, but I'm getting an interesting combination here of this. Okay. So they're reminding me of the work of Jean Shinoda Boland in her book, Goddesses in Every Woman, that speaks about the virgin goddesses and what that actually means. Pallas Athena being one of these, okay? They are pure and accountable unto themselves. That is what the true meaning of these virginal goddesses is. Virgo being a representation of that. The purity of self in terms of your connection to divinity, your divinity, source, pillar of light, your individual soul spark. And they're combining that with this Leo energy of putting that into action. Asserting in a way it's coming through here as individuation in the Jungian, in the psychological sense. Being accountable unto yourself, knowing who you are, knowing thyself. Gnothi safton. Okay, knowing yourself. Remember that Pallas Athena is the goddess of wisdom, out of other things, right? In ancient Greek mythology. They're reminding me of the 51 on that alliance card is the number 6, right? So we're getting an energy here of integration, the act of integrating, the practice of integrating that is connected to individuation, okay? And that is what Scorpio energy is about. It's the process of going through that. Remember that the 8th house rules astrology and psychology. Actually, it's psychology, correction. It's the Aquarius is essentially the house that's, or the energy that's associated with astrology, but there's an occult aspect to it when we get into the 8th house, okay? In terms of archetypes again and understanding the psychology of it, okay? Interesting. South Node came up again here. Really paying attention to this, because they're showing this to me as indoctrination programming, as past lives, as situations that we have absorbed very unconsciously or at the soul level from previous incarnations. This is connected to karma, right? This is connected to this energy of soul contracts and lessons. All around this energy of empath guilt, of thinking you need to be everything to everyone to be a good person, okay? 33, that's a master number, and they're showing me, they're really emphasizing here change in terms of, again, the number 6, integrating and harmonizing, okay? Trying to become whole in some way, okay? Solar calm, clarify. Yeah, this is the energy of going deeper into self. They're showing me this solar calm as a column of light and pillar of light within each and every one of us. Something here with regard to, again, spheres of consciousness or spheres of existence and coming back to the self, because one of the ways that we interpret the sun in astrology is the individual self, the soul, your light, okay? 10th house authority. Yeah, these two are connected here, they're showing me with 48. Yeah, and you know, that's another 3. That reduces to 12. So that's a 3 again coming through here. And there's a deeper thing here going on with regard to the indoctrination and programming that we've had around authority as well. And this is specific to empaths. Outsourcing our energy, outsourcing our power, okay? Healing that, essentially, right? This is kind of, I mean, if you're watching this right now and you are here right now doing this kind of work, this is what it's all about, right? This is what it's connected to. They're also giving me hermit energy with this, interestingly enough, because of the mountains on this card. So this is, again, the energy of going within to clarify, okay? This also is connected to rainbow energy. I'm getting rainbow warrior energy. I'm getting with this in terms of spectrums of existence and many various incarnations and things that we've accumulated over different it's a lot, right? And perhaps seeking some kind of assistance in that, right? And understanding that more deeply, whether it's energy healing from a trusted source, of course, right? But this coming from an inside in terms of you intuiting this for yourself, like you know that this is something you need to do. Not someone else telling you to do it, right? Not me suggesting it, but you actually going, you know what? Maybe this is something I need to look at, right? This is about confronting, facing, essentially, is what they're showing me, the shadow. 53, that reduces to an 8. That is the energy of Scorpio again, and this self, okay? The 8th house in astrology, being ruled by Scorpio. And what's beautiful is we have this progression to Sagittarius, the number 9, the energy of closing out a cycle, or a cycle is ending or in the process of closing out, okay? And how this is the key to our own individual growth and expansion. And that's coming back to this Serpens energy and this whole Libra, Scorpio kind of Sagittarius pieces of the pie, right? In the astrological wheel. Okay. They want me to end it there. As always, please take whatever resonates, leave what does not. I forgot again to tell you the date today. I'm recording this on Wednesday, July 17th. And this will be posted for July the 23rd for Transformation Tuesdays. That's it. Thank you for being here, for sharing your time and your energy with us in this space. Thank you to this beautiful consciousness coming in to enlighten, to Serpens, and to Ophiuchus, the energy of the serpent bearer. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are, in love and liberation always.